If you want another place to find lost energy, cut down on multitasking. Our brains can't multitask. What actually happens is the brain alternates rapidly attention between these two or however many tasks you're doing, and this creates an illusion of multitasking. Hello, and welcome to the second video in my mini-series where I'm talking about how you can improve your energy levels and keep them a bit more steady. The topic of today's video, mental energy. It's a little bit less obvious aspect, but it's still crucial to how energetic you feel throughout the day and the overall amount of energy that you have. Your brain is just like a muscle. As you keep using it throughout the day, it grows tired. Learning new things, processing all the information around you, making decisions or resisting temptations are all processes that take a toll on your brain and through that on your energy levels. The amount of information that we need to deal with on a daily basis is at an all-time high and it only keeps increasing. Not only that, the complexity of the tasks that we need to handle has increased as well. And while your mind, still just like a muscle, can grow and improve its capacities over time, there's still a limit to how far you can push it, and there's still a limit to how much energy you have. You probably need to pay attention at work or at school, and that is probably manageable most of the time. However, the day doesn't start and doesn't end there either. Your attention is the most valuable resource in the world right now. I mean, just have a look at the advertising revenues. Everyone out there is competing for your attention, whether it's to sell you something or just have a chat with you or share some information with you. And that obviously includes me. However, you only have so much attention to go around. So my advice to you, be selective about who you dedicate your attention to. A good way to do this, although not too popular, is just cutting down on the amount of content that you intake in a day. And I know that's very ironic coming from a guy on a video platform yapping about things. But cutting down on the videos or the doom scrolling, the series that you watch and all the other things that you just bombard your brain with is a good place to find more energy. Just think about it. When was the last time when you finished scrolling on Instagram that you left your phone and were like, "Phew, I feel really energetic now, let's go do some stuff." If you really do need your fix of content, I would advise to leave it for later on in the day. So let's say you have some productive things left to do or some activity like recording a video where you need to be energetic. Leave some space for those. Do the productive things first and then leave all the sort of less productive activities for later where they're not going to be draining the energy away from activities that need it. If you want to give your brain a proper breather and slowly build those energy levels back up, consider carving out some times in your day where you just do nothing. Or alternatively, tasks that don't require that much brain power. That could be taking a walk, washing the dishes, or just staring at the wall. The key with all of these being no attention seekers in the background. So no music, no podcasts, no series, nothing. Let your brain sit with itself. Let it think, let it do some emotional processing. This not only clears up your emotional backlog, but it also lets your brain wander and be creative. Think about shower thoughts. Why does that concept exist? Exactly because that's a space and time where you're not doing much. Your brain just has this space to wander and come up with all these crazy or interesting ideas. If you want another place to find lost energy, cut down on multitasking. You might feel or think that you're being super productive by multitasking, but most likely you're not. Our brains can't multitask. What actually happens is the brain alternates rapidly attention between these two or however many tasks you're doing, and this creates an illusion of multitasking, but you can't actually perform two cognitively intense tasks at the same time. Obviously, you can perform automatic or easy tasks and concentrate on something else as well, like for example, you can wash the dishes and listen to a podcast, but again, if you want to convince yourself, just try writing something coherent while listening to someone telling you something. You can't. And cutting out this multitasking from your day will probably make you more efficient and less tired. A practical example on multitasking from my own life. Whenever I do flashcards for the language that I'm learning, if I have music playing in the background or a series or some video, it always takes me longer to get through my flashcards. And sometimes that's fine, but sometimes it just makes me more tired and more frustrated with the flashcards. Whereas if I just do the flashcards and just concentrate on them, I can get through them much faster, I'm left with more energy and time, so it's a win-win situation. The next energy drain that you could address is decision fatigue. Have you ever had to make a choice from a myriad of options? It can be downright paralyzing. Even small and seemingly meaningless choices like picking out your clothes for the day take a toll and they add up. You could win some of that bandwidth back by employing some little tactics. For your routine choices and decisions, you could try to simplify them, remove them, or batch them. Some practical examples of how you could do this. Choosing the clothes that you're gonna wear for the day. Instead of picking them out in the morning, try to do it the evening before. Have a look at the weather so you're not caught off guard and just select your clothes. Then in the morning, they're all there, ready, waiting for you, and you don't need to stress yourself if you're in a rush. Another place where you could apply some of these techniques, cooking. If you're preparing your meals, have a sit, think about what you'd like to eat, pick out a couple of recipes, do all of the shopping in one go, and then pick out a day, let's say Sunday, where you just prepare all of them. You can also portion them into containers, and that way you're sorted. You don't need to think about what you're gonna be eating, that you still need to cook all of the meals. They're just there, ready, waiting for you. It can save you some time and mental energy. I think some of these tricks like batching and constraining choice are actually the appeal of some of the meal kit services like HelloFresh. The last tactic that you can employ is habit chaining. Things that you do out of habit take a lot smaller toll on your willpower. If you think about it, things that you do out of habit, you don't really spend time thinking about, oh, I have to do this. You just go and you do them. You can leverage this. So let's say that you want to stay more on top of the things that you have to do for the day. We first pick some habitual action that you do. So this could be, for example, making your coffee, since it's one of the earlier things we do in the morning. So you put your coffee to boil and then you take 2 minutes to write down all the tasks that you need to accomplish that day. You make a little to-do list. At first this is going to be very manual and you're going to need to remember it, but gradually as you keep up this habit, it will solidify and you will just do it automatically. There's one last thing I want to share with you in this video. It's what I call dumping your brain. It's something I got from the book Getting Things Done. Although I never got myself to actually finish the book because a lot of its systems seemed like a hassle to implement, this one thing has been very helpful for me on occasion. Does the following sound familiar to you? You have this nagging sensation that you're forgetting something or that you were supposed to do something. Then you actually remember eventually, but you don't do the thing immediately and then you forget it and this repeats. If yes, well, believe me, you're not alone. So those things just floating around your brain for you to remember them, just to forget them and so on, keeping you in this cycle, they're draining you. And what can you do to solve that? Write those things down, all of them. However, you can't just write them anywhere. If it's a piece of paper that you're gonna lose within 5 minutes, believe me, those will keep nagging you. Your brain knows better and it will keep reminding you and draining you of energy to do that. So it needs to be something that you're not gonna lose and that you're going to return to. At that point, your brain will let go. However, there are still some conditions for that. First of all, you need to agree with yourself on some timeline for getting those things done. So as you're writing them down, consider writing down the timeline as well. If it's something very simple, like call my dentist and rebook my appointment, which is something I need to do and I've been putting away, just do it in that moment. Instead of just writing it down, pick up the phone and call the dentist. It's gonna take you 2 minutes, it's gonna be done, you're gonna feel better. If it's something that might take a little bit more time, write it down and put down, okay, I will complete this in this evening. So let's say you need to book flights. Or maybe set aside a day, like Friday. On Friday, you sit down, you book your flights, you finish any other tasks that you have on the list, and believe me, if you have this list, if you have the timelines, your brain will let go as it knows, okay, we're not forgetting these, we're returning to them, we're getting them done. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you liked it, leave it a like. Do you have any tips, tricks, or methods that you use to free up some mental energy for yourself? Let me know down in the comments. If the topic of improving your energy levels is something that you're interested in, consider subscribing as I have more videos on this topic coming up. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.